So today we're going to do some water testing, and the water testing we're going to do is we're going to test different sports drinks which are largely water-based, and we're going to look at a number of different things. We're going to start out looking at the different ions and the pH that might be in each of our sports drinks or energy drinks. We will then be looking at the sugars and the types of sugars that are in them, and finally we'll finish off looking at the caffeine that's in them. So to start with, we're going to look at the different ions, and there's a number of different ions that we can use. These are just some of the testing equipment that we've got here. But before we use any of them, we have to calibrate things. It's really important to calibrate things because that improves our accuracy. And accuracy is how close we'll get to a true value. So we always start with a number of our sample solutions that of known values, and we make sure that we calibrate it. So I'm just going to show you how we calibrate them just using our pH meter. So this is my pH meter here. I'm going to just first of all turn it on. And before I do anything else, I've got to condition it a little bit with just a bit of liquid, especially if it hasn't been used for a little while. And that just makes it ready to receive any of the testing that we're going to do. So once I've done that, I'm going to tip the leftovers in here. And I'm going to start out, because this is a pH meter, I'm going to start out with a buffer of pH 7. Now I know this is pH 7 because being buffers, they maintain their levels. So I'm just going to cover my little testing area, and then I'm going to press calibrate. Now that allows my meter to make sure that it is measuring at exactly pH 7, and that's where it's ready to start. So now it says, yes, it's pH 7, so I can tip that out. Always rinse it off, just to be sure. And I usually do a little rinse as well, especially if I've been testing with something else, with my actual solution. And then I'll put, this time I've got a pH 4. Just going to cover my little test area and press calibrate again. And as soon as it becomes stable, it says, yes, it's at pH 4. So I now have calibrated my equipment and I can do my actual test. So again, I empty it out, always rinse it off, and I'm going to do a little test of one of my samples at the moment. I'm going to add just a small amount of my Powerade liquid. Rinse it first, and then do the actual test. And as I watch, it tells me what the pH is. So you will be able to do this with all of your sports drinks.